Worry less. Today I want to talk to you about worrying and how it is so unnecessary. It's like, to me, it's like waste of thought energy. It's really human to worry about things, and usually worrying is like it's somewhere in the future. Like, we are worrying about things that we don't know how they're gonna turn out. We are worrying about like what's gonna happen next, and it's just like it's based on fear, obviously. And we go through in our mind of all these different options that might happen, and that's also one of the things that might keep you up at nights, when you go through in your mind all these different options, that okay, if this happens then that, if that happens then that, and how you're going to react, and what is the other person going to say. All these like million different options out there, and obviously there's so many options what can happen that it's easy to spend all night thinking about those things. My name is Kaisa Koskinen, and I'm a spiritual coach. And this worrying less is something close to my heart, because I used to worry a lot. And I kind of like, I have forgiven myself of being that kind of person, since now I know that I do not need to worry about the future anymore, because it's anyway going to be perfect. And I'm going to explain how I did this. So I used to worry a lot about the future, and I used to think that, okay, like all these scenarios that what's going to happen. And oftentimes they were kind of like, they were related to relationships, or they were related to money in my case. So I was worried about how I'm going to come up with that, and what is this other person going to do, and if they're going to be in my life, and what they're going to do, and what they're going to say, and all these endless thought streams. And what actually started to help me, like biggest thing that started to help me, was that when I started my like deeper dive into spirituality, what I've been doing for the past 4 years. Like, obviously I've been doing like spiritual journey all my life, like just like you, but like this more intense dive into deeper aspects of spirituality and universe and all these super exciting things. What I have learned in that journey is that like I needed to gain that faith in me that whatever is going to happen is always perfect and best for me. That I gained this faith and trust into my consciousness, that my consciousness is gonna bring me circumstances and people who are serving me for my growth in a best possible way. So suddenly life became so much fun, because I don't have to waste my thought energy by projecting it to the future and worrying about what's going to happen there. I can just sit back, enjoy the ride, and be like, okay, what's the next exciting thing that I want to do? Okay, this person comes into my life. Okay, fun. I don't have to know, are they going to be there like 5 years from now or 20 years from now? And also like for example, when I mentioned mentioned money, is that I don't have to know, as an entrepreneur, I don't have to know where are like from all these different places where can my income come in like next month. I do not need to know. I just need to have that faith that it's gonna be okay. And I'm telling myself that anyway, you've been through a lot already, so what can whatever the experience that I'm about to encounter, that's the best experience that I'm supposed to have. And that way I have gained that inner peace and that faith, and just like sitting back in a way in my life. At the same time, I'm not saying like sitting back means that you don't do anything. It just means that you have that trust and that faith in you that everything is always going to turn out perfectly. And it doesn't mean that there's no judgment of something bad might happen, but then that's what's supposed to happen. So I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to go through in my head when I go to bed. I don't have to think about those things, because I want to use my thought energy to something else. And if you worry a lot, obviously these thoughts might be like, okay, well, just tell yourself that do not worry. It doesn't really operate like that. If you tell yourself that I do, like don't worry, don't worry, it's not going to make the worrying go away. What you need to have is that you need to start having these bigger thoughts, this bigger perspective, because in my own experience, you cannot solve things from the same level that they were created. So by this I mean that if your mind creates problems, then obviously the mind is not it's not going to be solved completely out of your system from the mind's level. Something higher needs to come in, and for me that was like these bigger answers and bigger perspective in life. And that's what I'm hoping for you as well. And since you are watching this video, obviously you are interested about these things, so you are walking yourself into bigger picture to have these bigger answers, and that way gaining perspective into your own life. And eventually that's gonna solve the problem of worrying less. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day.